Trenton residents, thank you. Thank you from our Board of Education, our employees, and especially our students and families for supporting the May 2018 Improvement Bond. Trenton Public Schools began planning the very next day to put the projects envisioned in the bond into action. Hi, I'm Rod Wakeham, Superintendent of Trenton Public Schools. This video was created to provide an update on the progress of the 2018 Improvement Bond. These changes will create new instructional spaces, remodel school facilities, improve school sites, and increase security measures. District voters approved by a 20% margin $56.9 million to make improvements at all 4 instructional buildings. 1/3 of the revenues will be used to make necessary repair and replacements, while more importantly, 2/3 or $37.7 million will fund new construction and repurpose old obsolete spaces. Our 2 elementary sites will be dividing 31% of the total bond. Approximately $8 million is approved at Hedke Elementary and $9.6 million at Anderson Elementary. The main difference of the 2 building allocations is the roofing needs at Anderson not addressed during the 2008 bond. The district received initial architectural sketches in November of 2017 to support the planning process. At Anderson Elementary, a 12,000 square foot addition was proposed on the north side, along with 2 kindergarten classrooms extending east from the 2 existing towards Etzel. Through multiple meetings and presentations involving the Trenton Board of Education, impacted instructional staff, administration, PTOs, community members, and architects, the final plan moved the kindergarten rooms to the south of the existing classrooms towards Harrison and the addition to the west, paralleling the current parking lot. The architectural sketches of Hedke Elementary proposed adding the same amount of new construction as Anderson, with 2 kindergarten rooms adjacent to the existing rooms on the east towards Meadowlark and an addition on the west end of the building. The final agreed upon layout for Hedke Elementary stayed true to the initial rendering. The recommendation to start the elementary projects first is due to the dire need for additional instructional space at the K-5 level. The strategy developed is to work in 3 phases over the next 20 months. At both sites, construction will start with the kindergarten rooms, move to complete the music, cafeteria, gymnasium additions, and then repurpose the vacated, obsolete spaces. The site selected for the new Anderson kindergarten rooms is to the south of the existing rooms. The canopy seen here in the photo over the west and south walkways will become the hallway between the 2 sets of classrooms. Current kindergarten classrooms will see an upgrade in the bathrooms and modifications to assure safe evacuations that meet local and Michigan fire safety codes. The kindergarten rooms at Hedke Elementary were designed to extend to the west. This will place all kindergartners and staff within the same area of the building. Student storage will mirror the current rooms with locker spaces in the hallway. And like Anderson, the existing rooms will get necessary upgrades in their bathrooms. During the planning phase, discussing the needs of our students led to an increase in these spaces by 20% to approximately 15,000 square feet. This new space will provide a larger staged music room, a larger gymnasium, a separate cafeteria, and a new food service area. There is a retractable wall between the gym and cafeteria to make one big space. Both buildings will have identical student areas, with differences coming in the location of offices, kitchens, storage, and hallways. The Anderson addition will parallel the drop-off lane. This will displace existing playground areas, which will need to be relocated toward the north side of the building. The main entrance will be at the new entry point for parents using the Care Club program. This exterior door will have added security both before and after school. The Hedke addition will also parallel the current drop-off lane. In addition to a more secure outside access, the hallway doors to the rest of the building can be electronically controlled and accessed only with a district key card. Play areas displaced by the addition will also need to be relocated on the Hedke site. The old gymnasiums will be the new centralized media centers. The design includes 3 zones: a quiet zone for individual or pair reading, a central zone large enough for teacher-led instruction, and a student collaborative area with tables for seating up to 6 students utilizing technology to exchange ideas. At Anderson, the current 4-foot stage will be brought down to floor level to create more usable student space. The opening to the lobby will be filled with a solid base and windows extending to the ceiling. The 3D rendering shows samples of new furniture but does not reflect the color palette selected by the district. Modifications to the Hedke Gym will mirror those at Anderson. In addition, sections of sound-absorbing materials will be layered down from the ceiling to minimize noise and provide an environment more conducive to media center activities. At Hedke, windows will be added to the west for more ambient light and to give a glimpse into the new space from the outside. The construction in the 1950s could not anticipate the number of support professionals needed in the 21st century educational setting. The number of these spaces at Anderson will nearly double from 7 to 13 to provide private and confidential spaces for the staff listed to the right to work with students. The repurposing at Hedke will double the number of available unique spaces and recover 2 additional classrooms. These spaces will range from approximately 1/2 of a regular classroom for smaller groups of students to an office for staff to work at a one-on-one level. The continued timeline for the work at the elementary is architectural drawings have been finalized and put out to bid. Bids will be approved by the Board of Education in February. Construction at both elementary buildings is scheduled to start this spring in April. The kindergarten rooms will be ready this fall. The GCM additions will be finished shortly after the new year, and repurposing should be ready for use in the fall of 2020. This was an exciting period of time for the school district and our stakeholders to complete this first part of our improvements. All of us look forward to watching these projects become a reality. Committees are being formed to start this same process to work at the high school. I want to thank you again for your continued support in making our buildings a great school for each and every child. Questions in regards to the bond projects or Trenton Public Schools can be directed to wakemr@trentonschools.com or by calling 734-676-8600.